Right guys, here with Chris, TaylorMade Tour Truck. We've got Coach Lockey on the camera, Matthew.
Hi guys.
We're delving into the tour truck time again. Chris is going to tell us a little bit about what happens in the TaylorMade Tour Truck. Let's take a little look around. Let's get stuck in. Right, Chris, TaylorMade Tour Truck.
Indeed.
Day-to-day operations. Tell me what happens in a truck like this.
Yeah, busy time for us, obviously. We're here Monday to Wednesday. We work primarily with the players before the event, so we make sure they're dialed in, ready to go for the week and the tournament that lies ahead of them. As you'll see, we have a team of about 5 to 7 guys on a weekly basis, depending on the size of the event. And that team will consist of tour representatives that work with the players on a one-to-one basis on the driving range, dialing in their clubs, making small adjustments. It's a real team effort that these guys then come back from the range and work with the tour technicians. Those guys go about building the clubs for those players. And we can see anything from sets of irons being built, metalwoods, putters. We do it all on the truck here. This really is a kind of a mobile home for a workshop.
Absolutely. So, yeah. Okay, so when you talk about helping dial in their clubs, because obviously your clubs are famous for the adjustability, how much do you guys get involved with changing settings, and maybe do the players change them from month to month, or are they set for a year, or how does that work?
Very much so. I mean, it can change event to event. We can see big differences from last week at the Dunhill Links, where players are looking for a slightly different type of ball flight in the wind. So this week in Portugal, this week is very much what they like to call a bomber's golf course. It's to get it out there as long as possible. So we will see changes, and these guys are looking for very small gains, and that's why our products is so great, and the innovations that we bring to market are great in these situations, because it allows the team that you see behind me to make very, very small and minute adjustments that might lead to a yard gain in terms of distance driving and an extra mile-an-hour ball speed. But all these small things are what's needed to make the bigger picture, which is great success in the golf.
Absolutely, and I guess with your product as well, which is interesting you say that, you can easily tweak it obviously with all the fittings on the neck and in the head and what have you, where before that you would have been having to do some quite dramatic changes to get those in. Interesting that he says that they're changing it between Scotland and Portugal as well, which is so obvious, isn't it, when you think about it? I think some of the guys maybe don't realise. So you'd be doing that on the range, and you'd be using launch monitors to check the spins and launches and peak heights and land angles and kind of where the player wants it? Very
much so, and it's using that data that's fed back through the TrackMan devices that we use. Spin rate's a big thing for us at the moment. Obviously we work a lot on spin rate to do with obviously the low forward CG in our products, getting as much loft on the driver to match that spin rate to keep the ball in the air, and a lot of players are now, the ego is gone and they've adapted to that, and they embrace that.
Has it fully gone?
I don't think he'll ever fully go. I mean, we've had some
Tipex
and some nail varnish now and again, but I think it's really started to gather momentum, and the guys are embracing it, like I say. And even in weeks such as the Dunhill last week, the guys don't straight away go, oh, it's windy, therefore I need to loft down. It's not that extent. They understand that the low CG and taking the spin off the ball, it doesn't get affected in the wind. So we're seeing those guys continue with those lofts. So it's a really strong message for the guys, and as I say, they're taking it on board and really embrace it.
Yeah, that's interesting. And then the other thing as well, you obviously got the ball. Are you guys on the range helping them with the ball? Because obviously they're coming in. Do they come into the truck and get the ball, or are you stuffing lockers as well?
They do. We have a
Our lockers weren't stuffed again, man.
Yeah, disappointing.
Someone's going to stuff my locker one day.
We have a pigeonhole system which we work in conjunction with the caddies and the players. Some players won't come on the truck, they send the caddies on to do it. But yeah, we work with the ball with the players. I mean, it links into that match with spin rates again, without going into too much detail. It links in with spin rates, and we have a couple of ball options that the players use between. Some players that struggle with spin with their metalwoods might use a ball that provides a little bit more spin into or preferred X for those guys looking for less spin. So we really we combine our products successfully. So our ball works very much with our metalwoods and vice versa. So it's a really strong messaging for us.
Fantastic. And then one last thing then, so we've got a bit of this stuff in here as well. So we have obviously a hybrid that's very popular on tour. So the guys are coming in here for this also as well.
Very much so. Yeah, the Adams brand, it's been fantastic for us. It's the #1 hybrid on tour at the moment, which we're very proud of. A lot of the guys switching it in. There's a couple of different head types there that we use. Again, very popular around the Open time, Scottish Open. We had a lot of Adams in play, and you know, it's one of those things that the guys are using more and more, kind of iron replacements. And again, they've embraced that over the years.
Absolutely, and I've seen them in a lot of people's bags, you know, so the branding on the bag doesn't say that, but you look in and it's like, hello, there's one of those.
Indeed. So proved very, very popular and continue to be, and we'll make anywhere in the region of kind of 16 to 25 hybrids a day from the players, different lofts, different lie angles, different shaft technologies obviously in there as well, so it's a constant request from the tour truck.
Absolutely. And then when it comes, you mentioned lofts and lies, how active are the players? I'm sure they're mixed, but wanting to know what lie, because lie obviously is a lesser thing that they're going to be turned on by. Loft I think is a bit more direct, they'd understand. When it comes to lie, do some just don't care, or do some really want to know? How does it work?
It's
smiling,
it's a pointed.
There's some awkward ones.
It's a pointed question, very, very detailed and to the nth degree.
Oh, really?
And we will have players on a weekly basis come on wanting lies adjusted by a quarter of a degree, half a degree here and there. So take it very, very seriously.
Yes.
And obviously what you have to remember is these guys use these clubs a lot, you know, huge amount. So therefore, lofts and lies can be altered in a forged iron. So we're making adjustments all the time, making sure they're dialed in, like I say. But yeah, it's a very popular request on the truck. Can you check my loft and lie?
So really, in a sense, that you're kind of hinting there, which I can understand, is that you're almost working within their feelings, aren't you? So you might look at it and think, but then you might, obviously you're thinking, well, he's hitting it, so I'll give him what he feels he wants, because the feeling can be as important for the guys out here at the Portuguese Masters as it is for the customer down that lens who's going in and buying the latest TaylorMade driver.
And it's like I said with the product changes, it's all about minute details for them, and it's going to be important for them for the week ahead. So we'll make those changes, however small they may be, but we understand the importance for that player. If he feels that his 4-iron is sitting a little bit too upright, then we'll move that 4-iron for him, and we'll check the rest of the set to go with it. So yeah, small adjustments, but it's all for the greater good and the greater goal, which is for them to have a successful week in the event.
Good year, definitely. Good stuff. Thanks for your time, Chris.
No problem at all.
There we go, Matt. Interesting.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Down to that, maybe you need to get your loft and lies checked.
Yeah, that's where I'm going wrong.
Those blockies, you need to get Chris looking.
Get them all right.
Good stuff. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching, guys. Post comments down below. Speak to you soon. So if you like what's going on here, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also thumbs up the video, post comments. Love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show, get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching.